Hi viewers, Dom here from Complete Sports Management here to review the game between St Mary's and Boroondara. St Mary's have defeated the Hawks by 12 points today, kicking the first 5 goals of the match to set up the match. I'm here with the victorious coach Greg. Greg, on that start, you kicked the first 5 goals of the match and pretty much held on to that lead through to the end.
Yeah, look, the first quarter I was really happy with their play, and they ran the ball really well, and our forward structure worked quite well. In the second quarter, it really broke down, and I think those Boroondara boys really gave it back to us.
In the middle, I thought Nick Barrow and Isaac Sillage up forward and also in the middle kicking those few goals. Those two were pretty important early on in the game.
Yeah, look, Nick was back after 5 weeks with after some basketball commitments, and Isaac's been in really good form, and so a couple of other midfielders, Rory Hanlon, Curtis Taplin, and Nathan Honey, all been fighting really hard, and Connor Gedge. But I still think we probably should have dominated a little bit more with the amount of tools we had. We had three boys over 193, and I think we should have done a bit better in the stoppages.
Yep. Did you think the wet conditions today suited your game plan, particularly at the start?
Oh, well, it looked like that at the first quarter, didn't it? Yeah, first quarter looked pretty good.
Absolute blitz.
But, I think actually it was an attitude change, where I think our fellas took their foot off the accelerator a little bit, and the Boroondara boys really picked it up and went hard. They only had 16 players today, and they played really, really good footy. Really put it up to us.
Yep. Well, well done on the win today, even though it probably wasn't as big a margin as you would have liked, but it's still 4 points regardless. So congratulations on the win and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks, Dom.
Now I'm down here with the coach of the Boroondara Hawks, Ward. Ward, despite the bad start with conceding the first 5 goals of the match, I think the players, their effort was fantastic throughout the whole match and continued to push through and almost ran over the top of St Mary's in the end.
Yeah, we had a slow start. I think the attitude was down a bit due to them turning up and learning they only had 16 players. But after that, after quarter time, the effort rate lifted and we broke it down into 5-minute blocks and just said to reset after every 5 minutes. And yeah, they just worked and worked really hard in tight, because we knew as soon as they got on the outside with the fresh legs that they were going to be hard to catch when we got tired. So we had to win those hard contested balls, and that took a lot of effort. So
I thought Pierce McDermott on the defensive line did as much as he could, quelling as many forward entries for St Mary's, and also Sam Townsend in the midfield got as many possessions as he could, trying to get as many forward entries for your side. Were there any other players that stood up for you apart from those two in particular?
Well, yeah, Pierce always does extremely well across half-back. I think he's played a lot of his earlier footy on the ball, but I've used him half-back. So he sweeps really well, he reads the play really well, and he's pretty fleet of foot. Sam Townsend, he's just a really hard worker, but he's quite good speed, turner speed, and he's clean with the ball. So yeah, their efforts are always right up the top. I thought Benny Curtin today, number 44, he worked extremely hard. His tackling was really strong. He hits the contest really hard. Dan Fink, once again, always really hard worker. And Will James today really sort of turned the corner for us. We know what he's capable of, but sometimes his effort lacks, and he was right up there as well. They all were. I could mention every one of them.
You mentioned the bad attitude at the start of the game. Did you think the wet conditions were a factor as to how you let St Mary's had that 5-goal head start?
No, I think, generally it was just a mental attitude of, oh, well, we're down to 16, what chance do we have? But we also think our preparation before the game isn't up to scratch, so we're going to work on our pre-game preparation. That's how we're going to approach that problem of a slow start.
Yep.
So, but no, nothing to do with the wet.
Okay. Well, thank you for fronting it up. It's tough after going down. In the end, it was a pretty close loss, but we wish you luck for the rest of the season. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
So that's Dom here signing off at Watmo Park. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you all next time for round 9 of the YJFL.
This has been another Complete Sports Management production.